The second occasion when I personally participated in a communication was at a remote old house in South Herefordshire, and when Phyllis was coming out of trance she moaned, sobbed, rolled her head and screamed in a way that I found most alarming. John, who had conducted the session, did not appear to be perturbed by this performance, however. He held Phyllis's hands firmly and said, "I command the immediate release of this being," and the symptoms of distress very quickly abated. "Tell us what happened," John said when Phyllis was fully conscious, and she told us a harrowing story about having to battle with another entity for possession of her body when she returned to it. "They're still all around us," she said, and I confess I looked around the room with some apprehension, but of course saw nothing. I asked what were all around, and Phyllis explained that when a human channel is open, scores of spirits and elementals rush to the spot like wasps to a jam pot, seeking to take possession and get back onto the physical plane. John added, "I thought with impressive nonchalance that there was nothing to worry about really because the physical is always stronger than the psychical and the would-be intruders could be driven off with a few well-chosen words." Which I thought was nice to know and could come in useful someday, but the point of this anecdote is that for Phyllis the possibility of possession by alien entities is very much a reality. It has been a reality, too, for many people involved in psychical research. To survey the evidence here would require too long a digression, and I can only recommend anyone concerned to pursue the matter to consult Richard Hodgson's report on the Lawrencey Venoms, the Watska Wonder case, or Dr. Ian Stevenson on the case of Jasbir Jat. James Hislop, who is professor of logic and ethics at Columbia University as well as a notable psychical researcher, wrote that although he had fought against the idea for 10 years, he was finally unable to reject the conclusion that, in a number of cases, persons whose condition would ordinarily be described as due to hysteria, dual or multiple personality, dementia praecox, paranoia, or some other form of mental disturbance, showed unmistakable indications of invasion by foreign or discarnate agencies. Hislop meant spirits, but his foreign agencies could just as well have been extraterrestrial intelligences. In the light of the evidence surveyed in the above paragraphs, I suggest that we may consider the antecedent improbability of the propositions that in trance Phyllis leaves her body and Tom takes over, greatly diminished. If the reader agrees, he will have cleared the first of the credibility hurdles. And if he stays with this narrative, the exercise will serve him in good stead, for there are and much bigger hurdles to come.